Good afternoon. Here I am, sitting in another room for a change, reading you No Naked Walls. Today I start book 3. Now You're the Artist, Deal With It. It also happens to be chapter 40 in the trilogy. So here we go with Now You're the Artist, Deal With It, the prologue. Do you know me? I'm an artist. I've kept this notion hidden deep inside me for decades. I owned a gallery once upon a time, which at least meant I was right beside the art for many years. I still have a good eye, and the opinion that I might be right. I've been tested and tried through life's little journeys, and I've come to the conclusion that the answer is not as simple as pouring a large drink. The very existence of life is sex, and sex is a powerful motivator. If something is sexy, curvy and colourful, then I'm likely to be attracted to it. If a torso has a beautifully smooth back, surely then life is smooth and beautiful. I'm somewhat naive, but hopefully that's a redeeming quality. I'm possibly available to the opposite sex, but you know what? That's none of your business. Now you're the artist, deal with it. I've closed my existence as a gallery owner, and I've opened my life as an artist, a painter. No, I don't mean a decorator, using large brushes with few colours. Now, I need to find a place to hold an exhibition, somewhere where I'm not known. I mean, will people accept me as the artist? Or will the past catch up on me and no one ends up buying my work? Oh, he's that gallery chap. Shouldn't he be selling the work and not pretending to be the artist? Well, why not? Why not me? All my life I've been selling things. I've sold everybody else's work. So how difficult is it to sell yourself? Let me tell you, it's almost impossible. Almost, but not quite. So come join me on my next outing. I need you. Excuse me. I need you to, as it's a lot less busy now. Or is it? Act 1, Scene 1. Do you like happy ever after stories? Me too. However, this is not one of them. Well, at least, not the first part. It all started when Miss Top Hat and Tails turned up at the gallery doors, literally just as I'd been forced to close up. There was a connection, one might say, after not seeing her for many years. We went off for a drink, and as in all good films, it just happened rather quickly. She landed at my place and dug in for a while. Why did I let her into my life? I mean, surely after a 20-year gap, I should have realised that something wasn't right. Maybe never right. But my head was closed to reason. It didn't take me long to find out that she was a touch mad. Actually, she was barking. Apparently she'd left her husband and shed load of bills, and she keeps on reminding me that a dog is behind, held captive, a prisoner against its will, and somehow now it's all my fault. Are all women like this? I know I work with some pretty unusual members of the species, but I have to say, Miss Top Hat and Tails takes first prize. She's the messiest woman on the planet. She's a walking hurricane, a twister and a tropical storm rolled into one. In fact, she's bloody mad. Her idea of life is sex and sleeping. That's it. It's nowhere near how I imagined it would be. Happy ending time? I'm not so sure. I think it's time for a attitudinal shift. Fancy waiting all that time. Don't get me wrong. She was fun for a while. Well, maybe a week or two. But now it's like having a demented packhound around. Today I'll take the initiative and do something about it. I feel a real sense of relief with my decision when suddenly the door slams open, hitting the wall with such force it carves a hole in the wall. I've had enough of you and you want to be the artist bullshit. All you do is go off and paint. Haven't you anything better to do? My friend think you're a lazy bastard. Oh, hello to you too. I keep my distance. Had a bad day at the office? Why can't you be normal? Well, despite wanting to say something to respond with wit and intelligence, I stand and bow. Define normal, I say. How do I know where you are or who you're with? For all I know, you might be out shagging every day. I should be so lucky, I say. She picks up an aspidestra plant and hurls it, pot and all, at me. Luckily missing, but it explodes all over the carpet. Plant and pot are no more. IKEA pots, not that durable then. Never liked that pot anyway. Screw you, she goes. With that, she turns and frog marches up the stairs, slamming the bedroom door. I hear a herd of disco dancing elephants resonating through the ceiling. Doors are slammed, and then something else is smashed. I wonder what that could have been. Finally, after 10 minutes, the tornado emerges with 2 cases stuffed to the gills. I'm out of here. Forever. The doorbell rings. Perfect timing, coincidentally. I open up and there, standing head and shoulders shorter than me, is a chap in his mid-50s sporting a tweed jacket, yellow spotted cravat and pink cords. His shoes are scuffed. She's all yours, matey. I assume that's who you've come for. I hold the door open, trying to refrain from looking relieved and looking remorseful. Alas, it doesn't work. I'm unable to stop my face smiling in anticipation. Have you forgotten anything? She ignores me, and then she's gone. Peace. What a wonderful word. Oh, yes, and calm. Yes, calm. The house is calm. I close the door and walk into the lounge to pour myself a relaxing Irish whiskey into my favourite cut glass tumbler. I sit in awe of what's just happened. How the hell did I put up with this for so long? There certainly was something about her, but from now on, Miss Top Hat and Tails will be identified as Miss Mad Hatter, with horns. How come she never turned up in all my years of having the gallery? If she had, I'd never have ended up with her as a house guest. Madness lurks everywhere. What an eye-opener. Act 1, Scene 2. I walk into the only shop in town selling stationery and art products. Can I help you? I think I'm beyond help, I reply, looking at a rather pretty young assistant. Oh, I know you. My mum came into your gallery once and you got her drunk. Really, I said. What was her name? Isabel. She was a sculptor, but you didn't like her work enough. Was I that blunt? Oh, surely not. To be honest, she fancied you then, but you showed no interest in her. Her look is one of disdain. Well, I'm very sorry to have disappointed her. Please tell her I'm sorry, and now that she has a very pretty daughter. You old men are so schmoozy, she says. She died a couple of years ago. She stopped for a few seconds. Are you buying supplies for one of your artists then? Actually, it's for me. The gallery's closed. I'm the artist. I'm now on the other side of the counter. Oh, really? You taking the piss or something? What do you know about painting? Suppose it's all about a discount, eh? Well, I'm not authorised to give you any, and that's the manager's away, so there. I smile politely and glance down at her chest. That's where her name badge is pinned, by the way. I'm truly sorry for your loss, Lucy. You're welcome to take it out of me. I've broad shoulders, but I really would like to buy some watercolours, brushes and paper today, if you don't mind. Oh, I'm sorry, she says. It's just sometimes it all gets too much and I want to explode. It's not fair. She was only 51. Tell me more about your mum then. This seems to have a cathartic effect, and slowly she calms down, the angst leaving her knitted brow. Shall we drink something? I always have a well-stocked wine supply and good fresh coffee and tea in the gallery. It was amazing how many people needed to sit and unburden themselves after a drink or two. Would you like a coffee? It's a bit sludgy, Lucy asks. Looks like you could do with a gin and tonic more like. Nothing untoward, mind. Perhaps after work, a quick snifter. I don't mind at all. Come back at 5:15, she says. All right, I will. So I leave the shop without purchasing a thing. Surely that isn't right. And I walk aimlessly through milling shoppers and beggars. Why are they always new trainers? Several hours later, a quick pit stop and shopping for a folding seat, and I wander back to the art shop. Lucy's done her hair and put lipstick on. Hi, she says as I walk up to the counter. Drink o'clock, I believe. I've put a small selection of tubes of paint and 3 good brushes aside for you. It's only £48 with discount. Oh yes, and watercolour paper block. It's got a lovely texture. She smiles as I hand her my debit card. Where shall we go then? The Whistle, she suggests. It's not far, but you've never been in it before. Haven't even heard of it, I say. We walk out the shop and turn down the road, and she walks at the hell of a lick. What's the rush? I up my pace and we reach the Whistle in record time. We arrive before a badly painted matte black door which is chipped and scratched all over. It miraculously opens without being touched. A chap with the largest of holes in his ears is akin to that of an Andean tribesman from somewhere up the Limpopo, and with a major tattoo overdose, greets us. Oh, God, he goes. What have you brought in this time? He's ancient. I frame better artwork, I throw back. Oh, hark at him, it talks as well. Leave it out, Mary, Lucy snipes and leads the way through the almost pitch-black corridor. We walk into a blue-lit lounge with lots of mirrors and stands and quite erotic sculptures. Jazzy, bluesy music plays in the background. Wow, what a cool place, I say. I love the sculptures. They're my mum, says Lucy. Really? She never showed me anything like these. She was too scared. thought you'd be able to move her other stuff. What a shame. These are really powerful. A woman, all dressed in black, with matching piercings everywhere on show, slinks up to Lucy and plants a smacker on the lips. "This is Beth. She's my partner," she says, squeezing her hand. "Hi, Beth. Care to join us for a drink?" "I'll have a pint later. Got to keep an eye on the staff." "She's the manager here," Lucy announces proudly. "Do you think I could come again with my notepad and do some sketching in here? The reflections are great. It's like still life and life drawing rolled into one." "As long as you promise to behave." Lucy smiles and nudges me in the ribs. "This place has been right under my eyes all the time, and you're right. I never knew it was here." Thank you. My book's available on Amazon.